I'm happy to go for watch MBL, watch his antics.
All right.
Playing as the Celts in the top right-hand corner is yellow. From what I can see, his map is actually fairly open. I'm not sure how he's going to wall that. Can you see any way to wall that off?
It's pretty awkward. He'll figure out a way, but it's going to be like several segments pointing in all different directions, I think.
Yeah. Compared to... Well, I'll let you try and analyze Nicov's. I don't think it's a lot better.
One nice thing about MBL's map is that, you know, he does have backstone. He has a back deer patch. His resources on the front could be walled in here eventually if he can last a little while in this game and maybe somehow wall those cliffs. He could be in good shape. Nicov on the other side in blue also, as Celts is starting to get villagers out and work his way through the Dark Age. He's going to have a similar map, kind of. Stone on the back, deer patch on the back, berries on the back, very thin wood line on the front, which is going to be harassable by towers or arrow fire. And he's going to have his main gold to the side, main stone to the side, and those are sort of in no man's land. He's not going to be able to wall those in anytime soon. So Nicov with a bit of a tricky map. He does have a nice little back pocket area created by this huge wood line, this huge, long, thin wood line. But it's not a good wood line, and there's no gold back there. So it's going to be tricky for Nicov here. I like MBL's map a little better if he can get it established. But, yeah, like you said, MBL's map is nothing to brag about. It's like a C- map versus a C+ map.
Yeah, neither are really what you're hoping for. I think we're going to see a lot of aggression pretty early in this game. I don't think anyone's going to feel comfortable to sit back and try and boom.
Yeah, I think you're right. MBL grabbing Loom here pretty early so that he can grab the downhill boar lure. Look at his front boar, Mr. Mojo. That furthest one out is a mile away from home.
Well, I thought they were meant to be in one screen.
Yeah, that's what people say.
Not in one screen for me.
It's close. Yeah, it's close, but it's not. It's a long one. He's going to take that one first. I wonder if it's because he wants to make sure that his opponent doesn't steal it. Nicov stealing that boar on the front would be pretty easy. 4 on wood for Nicov. MBL on the other side will have 3 on wood. Eventually, one vill right now is idle, just kind of hanging around. But he can actually take that back area as a pocket if he wants to. You know, if you look at where MBL's wood line is, he could wall up that hill and have like a safe little, you know, area there if he wants to. Can't imagine that that's going to happen, but maybe if it's Knight's aggression or Scout aggression, he could do that. Anyway, he's roaming around finding out what his opponent's map looks like. He is going forward to find him. Nicov on the other side is not quite... he's not going forward yet. He's looking around trying to figure out how in the hell am I going to play this map. All right, Mr. Mojo, if you had to bet right now, who's going to win?
Actually find MBL didn't find 2 of his sheep. He just went straight forward. I think he was trying to grab a little bit of a steal there.
Ah, a little boar steal action? If you had to guess
yeah,
now...
I'm not sure if he's going to... If I had to guess?
Yeah, who do you think is going to win this game?
No. I think I'd probably put my bet on Nicov.
Oh, really? Interesting. I feel like...
Yeah, like... 2.3k, 2.2k, not a huge amount of difference, but...
Yeah. Yeah, Nikov's rating has gone up like 300 points in the last couple weeks. Amazing.
Yeah, I do like the playstyle of Nicov, so...
We will see very soon how this one works out. Right now, both players on about 16 vills. MBL will find his sheep. He did go forward, I suppose, to try to steal some sheep or a boar from his opponent, but he's not going to get there in time. Nicov he was thinking about pushing deer, I think, there for a moment, and now he's going to go forward himself.
Yeah, I think he was quite lucky. Had he actually found that boar? I think he was kind of chasing MBL around and kind of lucked it there.
Barracks coming up.
Because he started taking his sheep a long time before that.
Yeah, very late boar lure. I wonder if he thought MBO was sort of roaming around to try to block that vill, but it wouldn't have been pretty difficult to do once people are loomed up. Yeah, so Barracks is up on the front. Has Mr. Nicov taken the extra 10 gold? Not quite yet, but he will. He'll take the extra 10 gold and probably go with some aggression here. Maybe. Shouldn't say probably, you never know. MBL with a big score lead because of the scouting, but he is just now finding his last sheep. He has extra villager on berries, probably because he has a little bit slower of a sheep eco coming. Villagers moving over to wood at the moment. 20 vil population for MBL, and he is going to be able to click up. Nicov on the other side may have built some militia. I don't know. He's just chewing his boar still. So maybe we will see Nicov click up and build some men-at-arms, build some militia during the transition and go men-at-arms. We'll see. He's going over to gold right now with 1 vil, probably a second as well. He's going to be up on 22. MBL on the other side is going to be up on at least, yeah, he's going to be on 23. So,
yeah, I think he wanted to go up on less, but he just didn't have the food for it.
Yeah. A little bit of a slow food eco. Like I said, he had that extra couple vils on berries, which is not quite as efficient as sheep because he went forward to try to steal. Nicov, because of that, Nicov will click up first. He is on 22 vils. Feudal Age coming for him. MBL will be 1 vil more, and he will be just a couple of moments behind. A little bit of a... oh, wow, okay. MBL is on the spot here. He's going to scout out that Nicov has 2 villagers on gold, which will probably tell him what the... I shouldn't say it, but it suggests that we're going to see some men-at-arms here. Here come the militia, and the men-at-arms should soon follow. On the other side, MBL has... he's got 2 on gold as well. He's starting to build a barracks forward to block off that area, and he's going to figure out a way to wall these cliffs in the long run. Building up houses, building up his eco, just now dropping the barracks. Not really sure. I mean, MBL with the 2 on gold could go men-at-arms, but his barracks is up so late that I don't think we're going to see it. What do you think, Mojo? I haven't let you get a word in here. What's on your mind?
Well, I'm thinking he's going to go... I was thinking he was going to go to the stables and scouts, but 2 on gold. I'm thinking he's just going to be a bit slower to get his men-at-arms out.
Yeah, I wonder if he...
I'm not sure what else he's going to go for.
I wonder if he will go men-at-arms as sort of a... not his initial plan, but maybe a backup plan. Well, for now, there's nothing cute in those barracks. And there are 3 on gold for him, so maybe we'll just see an archery range here. I don't know. But yeah, 3 on gold is interesting from MBL. He knows what his opponent's doing, but you can see Nicov just walking by that gold pile as well. So both players doing really good scouting, and they both know what each other are doing. There's the archery range right away from MBL. He will close that front entrance. He will go double archery range, actually. But the men-at-arms will be in here pretty soon. There's just 2 of them for the moment, which is interesting. Oh, here's the 3rd. Wolves going down, and those men-at-arms will be working their way in before MBL can wall himself. So
yeah, so double archery range from MBL.
Yeah,
going for some germs and archers mixed in? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I would think so.
Doesn't have enough vils on gold to maintain double.
Kia.
Nice quick walling there from MBL. He's actually going to wall out a 2nd vil, so he's going to have 2 vils on gold for now, which is not ideal, but he will get 2 archers out right away, and he can try to clean these men-at-arms. The scout, of course, is going to be a little bit annoying for the first archer or 2. Just 1 archer is not very good against the scout, but they'll do well against the men-at-arms. MBL quick walling across the front as he does so well. We have berries blocking off each side, and everything is going to be okay. Every little thing is going to be alright. MBL's actually going to have a minute here to build up a bit of an army if he wants. A couple archers out of each range before he even has to pop out and fight this. So I think it's okay, Mr. Mojo. I think this is a fine position, right? MBL's alright.
Yeah, I think this should be fine. It's just the combination of doing archers. They don't get crossbow Celts, do they? No, they do get crossbow, but no arbalest.
Yeah. I think it will be decent for him for now. It will certainly help him clean up these men-at-arms, but one wonders if Nicov will be walled in by the time MBL cleans this army up. It is a really long and incredibly makeshift wall that Nicov will have to build, but you can see he's already building houses toward getting that wall done, and he's going to have some archers in defense as well. I wonder, it seems to me that Nicov can keep MBL's attention on the front long enough to really have himself totally walled in and safe at home. Meanwhile, MBL is somewhat defended against the men-at-arms, but he isn't really walled in. This gold on the front is still going to be, it's going to be vulnerable to archers if Nicov can mass a few of them up. Archers and skirms, 4 of each for MBL will be popping out soon, and they'll clean this army up. But yeah, again, back at home, the big question is, will Nicov be totally closed off before MBL does so?
Yeah, I think I'm not sure how he's going to wall that all off. I feel like... Yeah, I feel like just a tower and archers can destroy that wood line of Nikov's.
Yeah, Nikov's wood line is awfully thin, and it's kind of downhill. If you put a tower in the right spot, you would be uphill to most of those villagers. For the moment, MBL is going to push out with that army. He's not going to chase those men-at-arms and the scout around. I think he sees the writing on the wall that this is just kind of a faux attack. Although, MBL breaking down the wall, and now he's going to retreat off of his gold altogether because the men-at-arms are back just in time. Hiding his units in the fog of war was Nicov, and then kind of coming in, and is he gonna get a vill? He's doing a good job blocking. I don't know if he's gonna get enough damage in. Yeah, he's not gonna get a vill, but really nice sneak attack there from Nicov, and he's gonna push MBL off of his gold, and MBL's army is in the middle, and he's trying to make a decision, I think. Should he go forward, or should he go back? And we'll see what he does. For now, just building more skirms inside of those ranges, and here he goes forward. It looks like he's headed for that front gold, Mr. Mojo.
Yeah, I think it's tough to tell whether you should go forward yourself or try and defend your own gold.
It's going to be a good fight here for MBL.
At home, he's not getting any gold.
Yeah, MBL not having any gold economy at home, and those men-at-arms are still in, you're right.
Yeah, if he just camps them outside there, there's not going to be any more archers for a long time.
Yeah, absolutely. MBL pretty much relegated to skirms right now, and those skirms are going to be pushed back away from this gold here eventually. Nicov seemed to have the lower numbers, but he had the hill, and then he reinforced, so it's all good. Still fighting on the front. MBL with all those skirms will eventually take these men-at-arms down, but the amount of time he's lost taking that front gold is a huge, huge problem for him. He has no gold economy now. He's just now going to be able to get a few vills over there. But it is so late in the game. If we look at MBL's resources, he has not any gold at all and a little bit of food. Nicov on the other side has a decent amount of gold already and a little bit more food as well. So Nicov will be ready to click up soon-ish.
Sorry, I was just going to say, I'm not sure how he got the extra 6 villagers out.
Ooh, wow. Huge villager change.
Actually lost any villas. Yeah.
That is interesting. Yeah, that happened very quickly. I wonder if MBL idled his TC to build some of those skirms in defense or something? I don't know. That's a very good question. We didn't see any villager kills, did we? I don't think we saw a single one.
No. It was just the skirms dying over on that gold line.
Interesting. Yeah, good point. Nicov somehow getting a 5-villager advantage here. Wow. He's also going to have walls up across the entire front side. He's still taking that puny wood line, which is not ideal, but he doesn't have a much better option. I mean, this one on the back is okay, but it's a little bit awkward. It's a lot awkward. But he's happily taking gold on the front. He's relatively safe everywhere. He's sending his army across to the top of MBL's base, which is still not walled in. He can head straight for that gold again, but there will be a watchtower. He'll have to camp under it, I suppose. MBL coming forward with quite a few skirms, +1/+1 on those. The units for Nicov are +1 damage, but no defensive upgrades yet. How long?
Well, I don't even think Nicov needs to go to the gold pile anymore. I think MBL is about to cut him a hole into his woodline for him.
Ooh. Oh boy. Did you see MBL just walk through the hole? Oh man. There's always a hole. I was just thinking to myself, how long will it take this many skirms to even break through a single palisade? But unfortunately, MBL having one little hole in his wall, there's always a freaking hole in the wall. Quick tower up on the hill there for Nicov, going to try to hold and stop the bleeding. He can reinforce this, but he needs to stop reinforcing it with archers. That seems like a really inefficient way to try to take this fight. But he has his tower on the hill. He has some villagers involved. He should be okay here, but man, that is not ideal. Nicov had a really good setup going, and then MBL snuck through the hole.
Yeah, and MBL just trying to go castle, and he's been prevented. Had to go and sell something, surely. No? Exactly 200 gold with his villagers that fled the gold mine.
Wow. So MBL is living on a prayer right now. He's seemingly way behind in this game, but he does have a couple skirms in his opponent's base. He's doing some annoyance. He's maybe even going to get a kill or two here eventually, but he has lost his gold on the front. And look at him. He's just sending over 2 vills to mine a little bit of gold, and they're probably going to have to... they're going to be there for now. Yeah, that army is going to be cleaned up from Nicov. So Nicov had a commanding position, but that hole in the wall kind of makes me think MBL could have a chance. MBL could work his way back into this game now.
Yeah, what are you feeling for Castle Age? It looks like he's going to go knights.
He being Nicov or he being MBL?
Nicov is putting up a stables now.
Yeah, Nicov should be putting up the stables and going knights. He has the farms and he has a good gold economy. One thing that's interesting, though, to note is that he did chop through that hole. Like, if you look at Nikov's really thin wood line, he's now killed 2 of the trees that there's just an opening on that side. So he's chopped through his own defenses. MBL will get cleaned up really fast by even just a knight or 2, so that should be fine for Nicov. MBL's going Castle Age as well. He's going to have to try to think of what to do here because there's no guarantees that he's going to be able to keep his gold. I mean, obviously you need gold for Castle Age units, but I feel like there needs to be some sort of plan here for MBL. Maybe dropping a TC early. Does he have the wood to do that? Not quite yet, but maybe he could defend that goal. I don't know. That's going to be tough for him. That's why he's a pro. He has to make these tough choices.
Yeah, and he's MBL running his skirms straight to the TC as well.
Yeah, taking some TC arrow fire. Those skirms are as good as dead now, right?
Well, yeah, just the one knight is plenty, I think.
Yeah, Nicov is back on MBL's side. He's headed toward the wood line this time instead of the gold. A little bit of an archer-skirmisher mix there. Bodkin arrow coming for MBL. Crossbow coming, for Nicov. Interesting investment in crossbow for Nicov because he really doesn't have very much... He doesn't have very many archers out on the field. I thought he would go maybe with upgrading those knights, but he's just built 1 knight so far. And it looks like a single stable build right now. So just going to have enough knights to maybe push back MBL's elite skirms. Here he comes in now. Huge amount of elites, not elite skirms, just skirmishers there for MBL. It's going to take that knight forever, and he's going to die. He's going to die to skirms. Death by skirmisher is the worst type of death. MBL with elite skirms now. Scale barding armor coming in. A siege workshop coming down. Power built there by Nicov, so he can defend this big mass of elite skirms. At least slow them down a little, but MBL's in. You know, MBL's making the best of a bad situation. He has not had stable enough gold to really build anything but skirms, but for right now, those skirms are kind of doing the job.
Yeah, I'm not sure why he's doing the scale barding armor at the moment, actually. He doesn't have any knights out.
Yeah, scale barding armor coming in there for Nicov, you mean, right? Yeah.
Yeah, Nicov doing scale barding armor and no knights queued. Yeah.
Let's see, what is our boy? What is he doing? Nicov right now has nothing queued in any of these units. He just any of these military buildings. Right now he just has a mangonel. 1 mangonel is enough for the moment to push those elite skirms away. He is, however, going to push them toward his villagers who are out there hiding and trying to just get some work done, building a house out in the middle of nowhere. But yeah, for now, MBL will retreat off from this and he'll join 2 small armies together. Doesn't want to lose him to that mangonel, of course, but he has to find a place to prod, and the interesting place might be that wood line that Nicov chopped through. Nicov chopping through his own wood line. He has a TC out on the front, which is interesting to note. 2 TC build for Nicov at the moment. MBL on the other side will be on just the 1 TC. 1 TC full skirmisher aggression for the moment from MBL. Currently +2/+1 on those. He's going to have a stable himself relatively soon, and for now he's just taking map control with elite skirms. Man, who needs gold, right?
Yeah, he's not going for his other gold pile. I was expecting a TC over the other side, but no, he's happy to just 1 TC it up and go full skirmisher.
Forward siege workshop there for MBL coming down. He sees that forward TC from his opponent. He also sees a siege workshop coming up in defense. Mangonel working its way over here from Nicov. Nicov has great Mangonel micro, but in this case, he could get surprised. Obviously, MBL's siege workshop is within the fog of war, and if he pops out, he might be able to get some good damage in. We will see. We will see how this goes, but first we might see a really nice shot from Nicov. Yeah, decent shot. He's going to get a few of those skirms down. He's going to get a few more HP down on some others. Like I said, MBL could have snuck out a Mangonel, but he's going to go with battering rams. He's also going to bring a knight forward and another small group of skirms. So MBL pushing on the front with trash and siege, I suppose. A couple knights mixed in here and there. Rams on the front.
I'm not sure. It's an interesting army composition. We've got crossbows, skirms, and mangonels for the gold player versus elite skirmishers from the other player.
Yeah, the great thing about MBL's Knights here is that he's able to run in and snipe this Mangonel, and then he can send his Rams in, and he won't have too much there that can do any damage. So here come the Rams. MBL's going to have a little bit of a push here. I mean, take away his gold and he'll fight you with skirms, I suppose. I suppose MBL will never give up and he'll never surrender.
He'll never surrender.
He'll never surrender. So yeah, Rams on the front there, and another Mangonel going to get picked. Go ahead, Mr. Mojo.
Oh, I was just laughing at the random thoughts coming in.
Look at this, yeah. Really ballsy castle on the front. How many villagers coming forward to build it? Yeah, 7 vills, so that will go up relatively quickly. He's going to start pushing on the front. He's going to take away that front TC from Nicov. Nicov doesn't really need that TC right now. I mean, there is a gold pile there, which is important, but in general, that is not the richest part of his eco. His eco is really rich on the other side. MBL still on 1 TC and Nicov is on 3. So Nicov losing that front TC may not lose the game if he loses that area. He may still be able to hold his own. But losing 3 Mangonels and all those buildings in the process is certainly going to hurt him quite a lot. Villagers garrisoned for now, and they are all probably going to die. So yeah, there's going to be 10 vills chopped down there as well. Right now, villager count is plus 19 for Nicov, but all of his advantage is in idle vills. So idle vills are not really an advantage in any way, shape, or form. Knight's still chasing Nicov across the map here from MBL, and this push is going to be effective. He's going to equalize the game. Oh my god, do you see the second castle?
No.
Super ballsy second castle drop on the front for MBL. He's going to drop it right on the front doorstep. You should visit a casino today.
Yeah, so the 1 TC power.
Yeah, 1 TC.
MBL just...
And skirms. 1 TC and skirms for MBL was really what won it. Wow.
Yeah, I was not expecting that.
You know, I really think it comes down to that hole in the wall. If MBL hadn't gotten in through that hole, I wonder if he ever would have caught up. But we will never know, because that is not how this game happened. There was a hole in the wall early in the game. MBL worked his way in with skirms, did enough disruption on Nikov's economy, and won. Even though he really did not have safe gold for most of the game, he was able to get enough skirms out, get them elite, and push with a forward siege workshop and drop 2 castles on the front.
Yeah,
Mr.
even
Mojo.
now he's only got 7 fills on gold. That's it. That's all you need, apparently.
MBL showing you how to win without a whole lot of gold, and thanks to you, man. Thanks for bringing this game up to me. This was a really good one.